Hi, my name is Ted. I'm 62 years old. I'm from Austin, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming on. So what do you do for a living right now?
Right now, I'm a retail manager.
Retail manager. Okay. What are we making currently as a retail manager?
$21 an hour.
How many hours a week?
At least 40.
At least 40. So you get overtime sometimes?
Time and a half for anything
Time and a
over
half?
40.
Okay.
Yes.
So I do have this that came in. This was a stub. Let's see. So 76 hours over the course of 2 weeks, potentially? Is this a 2-week time period?
Yes, should be.
5.5 hours of overtime at $31. That's great. And we had net pay of $1,596. So $3,000 a month at 62. First of all, this is an expensive area. But I do know you're married. So $3,000 a month net is essentially what we can consider for you. But does income come in from the other side of this?
Yes.
Okay. How much about?
My wife, she makes a little more than me. So I'd say, I don't know, $3,500.
Okay. How are you guys doing right now financially? I'll be honest, in terms of stacks of paperwork, I mean, this thing's a brick. Like, this is a whole...
Right? It is.
We've never had this. And it's just all credit cards.
Welcome
to
my world.
I'm all up in your world right now. What is happening? Why do we have so much debt going into our 60s? 59 and a half is designed to be the time when we can withdraw from our tax advantage retirement accounts.
Yeah. I was just talking about this actually with my wife, and I should be thinking of retiring now, but actually I'm not. I'm actually just doing the opposite. I feel like I'm just starting out trying to do stuff. That retail management is not my desire, not my end game.
So for jobs throughout your career, like what have you been mostly doing to pay the bills?
Gotcha. I worked for the state for about 14 years.
Doing what?
Worked for a state agency called the Commission on State Emergency Communications.
Okay.
Which prompted me to get a master's degree.
You have a master's degree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know what you're thinking.
Well,
maybe. Kind of.
I mean, it's just, like I don't think anyone's dream after a master's degree is to be a retail manager, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to on your job at the same time.
No, it's okay.
Obviously, I'd be wanting you to make more money. Is retirement even in the picture? Like, what are we looking at?
I kind of have a plan. I mean,
what is your plan?
To retire at the latest time possible. So
how do you even know when that is?
Well, I mean...
Oh, you mean when you're able to get full benefits?
Right.
Okay, and do you think you'll be able to survive off of both full benefits alone? Not with $17,000 invested.
Oh, no, probably not.
Why have you been, honestly, throughout your life... Why is there so little invested? Like, that scares the fuck out of me.
Well, right? We can't all be my brother. My brother's smart. Not that I'm dumb, but he started doing all that investing at a very early age.
But why didn't
saving.
you? Let's not deflect on that.
Right. Why didn't I? Because I'm the black sheep of the family, right? I am the... guy who's not the norm, who had to go off and go to art school and all that kind of stuff.
I went to art school.
Well,
yeah, no, people can still be responsible and go into the passions they desire. Yeah. Why were you irresponsible with your money? I don't care what you went and studied. There's still responsibilities around life.
That's a great question. I don't know. I have no idea why. It must be some kind of... I don't know.
Okay. Give yourself a financial score of where you think you are. 10 being the best, 0 being the absolute worst. Give yourself a financial score.
5.
Middle of the road. You think you're average. Solid average. Negative equity. Negative net worth.
Well, we do have a house.
62. Oh, you're right. How's your wife's retirement? Like, you guys seem very separated in your finances.
She's about the same.
Oh,
right.
So
like
the plan was just Social Security,
and like this job that I have now doesn't even have benefits, but I'm on her benefits. I mean,
with Social Security and Medicare, that's the plan.
Well, I suppose
that's hard to live in Austin just on that.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially in going into retirement with a mortgage that's not paid off but still has like $150,000 on it scares me. Okay, let's dive into this. If you want your Hammer Financial Score, it's for free in the description below. Make sure you're giving him some love for coming on the show, and then I have permission here to beat him up. So give him some love for being on the show. And also, don't forget to apply to be on the show if you would like to be here and you need to get a nice little scolding from me. So Credit One, this scares the fuck out of me, I'll be honest. Credit One is like the enemy of anything that is good in this world. Credit One is evil. And when people have Credit One, you know they're in like the bottom of the barrel when it comes to their finances, and they're just accepting cards. Why do you have not only why do you have a Credit One, but why are you spending money on a Credit One that is having interest accruing that you're barely putting more than the minimum monthly payment towards? Like, what are we trying to do? I want you to retire. You want to retire, but how are we going to get there by putting money on a Credit One?
Well, I need to decide what I need to pay off, what I can feasibly pay off. I need a plan. That's why I'm here. I need your help.
Why haven't you been doing? But why spend on this? Like, paying off is one thing, but why spend?
Well, right now our expenses are more than our income, which is horrible, right? So we're barely making it through every month.
What expenses? The required expenses?
Yeah, I mean,
sure?
and all the credit card bills, everything.
Yes,
right.
So just your interest accruing alone is very bad on a monthly basis. But you don't get to a better place on that if you're. First of all, didn't you just go through bankruptcy a few years ago?
About 6 years ago, yeah.
And you're in this much debt already again.
Yeah.
How much did you get cleared?
Oh, I don't remember exactly.
How much of this existed during that time?
None of that.
So you built this up in just a few years.
Yeah.
So you didn't learn your lesson.
Right. I didn't. You think is there a word for that?
Well, it's an insulting word. Dumb.
Yeah.
Is what I would call it in a loving way.
And I would agree with you. Yeah, it's stupid. I don't know. I don't know what I did. You get a fresh start, so to speak, after the damage from your credit, bankruptcy. I'm talking about, and then you find yourself getting right back in it. I know there's people out there that got to have done the same thing. There has to be. Yes. So what can one do to make it not happen?
Here's a fun fact. And if you couldn't pay your debt and you had to go through bankruptcy, don't take out more debt. Well, don't take out debt afterwards.
I know,
buddy. You went right down the dark path immediately after escaping it.
Well, we don't know if I went immediately down, but that's subjective.
We're only a few years in, and you have more credit cards than anyone's ever had on this show.
Ooh, do I? Oh,
it's not a good thing.
Not a good thing.
It's not a good thing.